So we're building up to this movement, and I'm going to show you this first because once we've used our props today, hopefully if you've got them, if you haven't, get them for next time. You'll notice the difference in, for me, my movement. So I haven't actually practiced this at all today. Normally by the live class, I've done the class at least a couple of times in that day. So the full movement will be a reaching up, a flexing forwards, a bit tight on the hamstrings, and then we're going to take a full roll down with our legs out straight. We're going to take the arms up and over, and we're coming back up again. Now that's the bit that I'm really interested in. And then we're going to reach up and reach forwards again. But we're going to build up to that first of all. So it's that movement in the lower back. So if you've got a band, take your band. So this is one way to train this movement pattern. So we're just looking at training the roll down to start with. So with your band around your feet, and have quite a lot of tension in the band. So bending the legs, I call this the go-kart position. So feet and knees are hip width apart. Legs are bent. I've taken hold of the band near my knees, so it's quite strong. And I'm going to try and keep my arms bent as well. And then we're going to so you can do all of this without the band. You don't have to have the band. But we're basically doing our C-curve into a roll down. The beauty of having the band and keeping your arms and your legs bent is that I've got all this lovely tension here, which is helping me. My elbows are going down to the floor, my head's going down to the floor, then I'm tucking my chin in, and I'm going to use that stretch in the band just to push my legs away a little bit and round all the way up. So, and again. So if you carry on, if you're using the band, but make it looser and looser as you go, so that your reliance on the band becomes less and less. So you're basically teaching the muscles how to do this movement. So another way to do this, if you didn't have a band, hands around the back of the knees, controlling all the way down. You might need to, if you struggle to get back up again, throw the arms. A little bit of a cheat there, but you might want to throw the arms and then come all the way back up. So hopefully you're either doing one or the other of those. But if this is all looking pretty difficult and it's not really happening for you, so don't forget we're aiming for a straight leg. We're aiming for straight legs, no reliance on the band, and coming back up again. That's the tough bit. So this is where the magic top comes in. The magic top, or I've got a scarf and I'm just folding it over. So it's just that little bit, maybe half an inch of support. So what we're going to do now is try and do our straight leg roll down. So this is called the magic cushion, magic top, because it makes such a world of difference. So from being nice and upright with your legs out straight, if you can. You could also do this hands underneath the backs of the knees. In fact, let's try that hands underneath the backs of the knees first. So legs are bent, hands underneath the backs of the knees, rounding the back. What happens is, about now, I'm just starting to feel contact with that top, and it makes me feel very, very strong and secure. It really is like magic, I can't really explain it. So rolling all the way down, head finishes the movement up, and then because I've got this here, and it's in the small of my back, it's in the deepest curve of my lower back, I can tuck my chin in and I can come up, no problem at all. So that's the easier version with the legs bent and holding onto the backs of the knees. Now I'm going to show you with the legs out straight, so have a little go. So legs are out straight. I'm tucking under, I'm rounding the back, I've made contact with that, and it's like, oh yes, I've got so much extra control here. I'm tucked under, I'm still really tucked under in my lower back. I'm pushing my lower back into the magic cushion, let's call it the magic cushion. Pubic bone is higher, I haven't let that relax. If I let it relax, we're going to lose the impetus. So staying tucked under, take the arms up overhead, bring the arms up in front of your face, tuck your chin in. That contact is there, and it just means suddenly that I've got all this extra control to coming all the way up. So, hopefully all of that made some sense. Hopefully you had some success with some or all of that. Let's do the full exercise. Now we're a little bit more warmed up. So, flexing the feet, arms are up to the ceiling. We're going to start with a nasty hinge from the hips, which will stretch your hamstrings, and this is really difficult. I haven't got loads of flexibility here, but I'm trying to keep my spine in its natural curves. Nothing has changed. My arms are up by my ears. It's a strong old stretch. Reaching, hinging forwards, and then I'm going to relax and release all the way forwards. You may be able to touch your toes, you might just be touching your lower legs, absolutely fine. Now imagine someone is pulling your waistband back behind you. They've got hold of this, and you're being pulled back in that direction. So you're tucking that pelvis under, arms are parallel to the floor, feet stay flexed maybe, they could be pointed, but legs are nice and straight. I've found my magic cushion, it feels absolutely wonderful. I've got full control, head has gone down last, arms are going up and over. A strong rib cage connection here. Then hands up in front of the face, tuck your chin in. So staying rounded until you get those shoulders over your hips, which for me is about now, and then I'm going to reach up to the ceiling. So let's have flexed feet here. Let's sort these feet out a little bit. Flexed feet, hinge forwards, get that stretch on the hamstrings, try and lengthen out from the floor. Then relax your feet, relax your toes. Now let's go pointed feet as you roll back all the way. So it is like some sort of miracle with that something in your lower back, and if you haven't tried it, please do. And then we're coming up, last one, flex the feet, reaching up, hinge forwards, and relax, and round forwards. Now point those feet, now scoop that tummy all the way back down, and then arms up overhead. Fantastic. Take the magic cushion top stuff away, the magic little helper there.